Hello everyone, Gary Laubach, John Leone from the Lafayette Sports Network. We are so very happy to welcome Kia Damon to the Lafayette campus as the new women's basketball coach, the 7th women's basketball coach in Lafayette College history. And I congratulated and welcomed you a little earlier in the press conference. I will certainly do it again. My first question to you is, you look at the people you have coming on campus on the basketball team. Tell me what you think your biggest challenge is going to be.
You know what, I think the biggest challenge is just getting them to gel together at a rather rapid pace, just with the timing of everything and the fact that they're away and not necessarily here participating in summer school, so that limits the access that the staff and I will have to work with them. So once they get back in the fall, you know, we're really going to be churning on probably level 8 right from the get-go.
I'll just follow up quickly with that and then let John ask his question. Obviously yesterday you had a video conference with your players. 10 of them came on board with that conference. Just tell me a little bit about how that went, some of the interesting aspects of what the girls asked you and what maybe you told them.
You know what, I thought that went very well. There was a lot of laughter. We were serious and, you know, they were asking questions about my philosophy and vision. Some of that they received from the players who were part of the search process, but they wanted to dig a little bit deeper and find out, you know, how they fit into some of the things that I'm proposing that we do moving forward. And so like I told them, everyone has a role, and how much of that role you get to do is based on the work you put in. So that was well received, but they seemed very eager to move forward and eager for, you know, just kind of, what's the right word? Maybe just doing something new. That's probably the best way to phrase it.
Well, change is always exciting, Kia, and we're just thrilled to have you here. You talked a lot about, you made it very clear what your offensive philosophy is. I think I got that, the part of running to the water fountain and running to the weight room. Talk about the defensive side of it just a little bit. Obviously, if you want to up-tempo, there should be some pressure. But mixing and matching and playing to your personnel, talk about that a little bit.
Well, we definitely want to play to the strengths of our team defensively, and so we're going to play a team-based defensive system, whether that's man or zone. So I'm not going to ask any one player to stop any one player on the opposing team. What I am going to say is those players must go against our 5 based on where the ball is. So I think that'll kind of free players up, because, you know, sometimes you always have that worry about getting beat. Well, I want to free you up. There will always be help provided you send the ball to the appropriate areas. And we're going to be very aggressive. So even if we're just in a half-court defense, we want to be aggressive within that. So that may mean some traps randomly. That may mean some double teaming on the ball and on the low block area. So like I said, I intend to be aggressive for 40 minutes, and how that takes shape really just depends on, you know, when we can work with the players and really see what they're great at executing and we can do at a high level.
You've been in the business for 20 years as an assistant coach at the
college
level. You'll never be as old as John and myself, so you don't have to worry about that. Talk about what was the spark that finally said to you, I want to be a head coach, I don't want to be an assistant anymore, I'm ready to take on this program.
You know, about 3 or 4 years ago, I made the choice to start working with a mastermind group. So it's really a corporate executive leadership group. And so we've been talking about a lot of things like changes in the market, anticipating those things, how to motivate your employees to perform at their best levels, how to retain talent, how to, you know, recruit talent. So just and how to take your business from one level to the next level each quarter, each year. So just being around those conversations regularly kind of let me know the way that I'm already thinking is on par with the way these leaders and CEOs of corporations are talking, so I can do it. I had enough of the basketball experience, but I wanted to get that next level of thinking and preparation.
And I got that message too, Kia, that the body of knowledge that you've acquired over the years is going to serve you well. This is a little bit more of a nuts and bolts question. You talk about recruiting. One person doesn't do it all. It's very, very early right now. Can you share with us anything about the staff? Because that's the next step, putting your staff in place.
Well, you know what? I want to be very intentional about assembling the right mix of personalities, the right mix of skill sets, even within the staff. I think if we're going to ask the team to be cohesive and have good chemistry, then the coaching staff must model those behaviors. So the specifics of it, I want people who are phenomenal teachers. I want rock stars as assistant coaches. So phenomenal teachers, great at connecting with people. So that's recruiting, but that's also being great citizens within the athletic department. That's also going out into the community and engaging our fan base. So to look a lot like that, I want people who are familiar and know what success feels like, the rhythm of it, the pace of it, and the things you need to do to put yourself on that path. So those are the 3 or 4 kind of hot button things that are right up at the top, and I cannot forget servants. So, you know, that's going to be really important. I could not let that opportunity escape to mention that.
Well, you're ready to go. You're ready to go. Obviously, basketball, women's basketball here has fallen on hard times in terms of win and loss records. So the only way to go is up, and I assume that's the challenge you want to accept.
Absolutely. I think I don't think the record is indicative of the talent that's on the team. And it would be the charge of not only for me, but the staff to really work together to get them to move from pieces to a unit. You know, you see pieces, and you can have as much talent as pieces as you want, but you won't win and win big until you're a unit. So I'll have to be very intentional about assembling the group, teaching them what that looks like, how that feels. So it's going to be a lot of work, but it's fun work.
Kia, John and I look forward to
Game
1.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the late fall next year. Kia Damon, Lafayette's new women's basketball coach, on the Lafayette Sports Network and on GoLeopards.com. Thanks for joining us.